Katie's mother never liked me. She thought I wasn't good enough for a daughter. It wasn't my imagination. The first time we met, after exchanging small talk, she interrogated me on my job prospects, my views on politics, where I saw myself in 10 years' time. Then, when Katie left to go and help her father bring in the tea, she told me straight. "Simon," she said, "I don't like you. I don't think you're good enough for Katie. Frankly, I doubt you're good enough for any woman." She leant forward and stared at me with those piercing blue eyes of hers. Or man, for that matter. I didn't know what to say, so I just nodded and said, "Fair enough." The rest of the afternoon was a bit awkward, and I didn't correct Katie when she said, on the bus on the way home, "Well, that went well, don't you think? I think Mummy took rather a fancy to you." Stumbling out of the bar that fateful evening and into the restaurant next day, perhaps in my alcohol and pill-addled brain, I thought maybe I could put things right. When I stumbled into the restaurant, the waiter tried to turn me away. "It's okay," I shouted. "I'm with them." I gestured wildly at the table in the far corner where Katie and her parents sat. Katie looked incredibly angry and really embarrassed at the same time. Her father always wore the same expression, a kind of strange kind of smile on his face that for some reason reminded me of a banana. Katie's mother wore a grin on her face. At the time, I interpreted that as she was pleased to see me. Looking back, I realised she could see I was about to behave so badly it would rupture Katie and my relationship beyond repair. I weaved smoothly through the tables like a bulldozer at a picnic, knocking into people's chairs, spilling drinks, and, I think, sending a couple of plates smashing to the floor. Katie stood up and I tried to hug her, but she grabbed hold of me and tried to manoeuvre me towards the door. "I need to say hello to Mummy," I said, swaying from side to side. In truth, I don't remember a lot about what happened that night. There was a bit of a hole in my memory. Yes, you see, it's happened before. I have form. What follows I've pieced together from the harsh words flung at me down the phone by Katie, who'd not been in the same room since the incident. She'd refused all contact with me, and what I'd read in the local paper. Yes, the local paper had a little spread on my exploits. Jay bought several copies and actually papered them over the walls above my desk at work. My boss was not amused. Neither, obviously, was I. Apparently, I stumbled my way towards Katie's mother with puckered lips and open arms. At this point, a waiter tried to intervene and took hold of my arm. I, in trying to shake him off, lost my balance and crashed into the table, breaking it and sending glasses and crockery into the air. The waiter and Katie's father tried to help me up. They were partially successful. Half standing, I pushed myself up and landed on the neighbouring table, sending more crockery flying through the air and a jug of milk, which hit Katie's mother on the head, leaving her with a bit of a permanent scar, unfortunately. She slumped onto the table with milk pooling around her face in the plate. At this point, apparently, I was dragged out into the street, singing, allegedly, by the waiter, Katie's father and a couple of other people thought it was probably about time I left. It was probably about now that I fell asleep and wet myself. I don't remember any of this. I woke up several hours later in the cell of a police station with a hangover from hell and a cellmate who kept shouting things about the government putting a chip in his leg. I was being cautioned for being drunk and incapable and sent on my way. Needless to say, Katie refused to answer the door when I called round to her house, and her father, banana smile still in place, said, "I'd better bugger off swiftly, old chap, before I call the police on you again." I had tried to get in touch with Katie, but she mostly refused my calls. After a couple of weeks of ignoring me, she phoned. She told me exactly what she thought of me, not many positives in a 5-minute rant, and told me she didn't want to see me again. She sent a banana-smiled father around with a box of my stuff, and he collected a similar box from me. It had ended pretty badly. So I couldn't understand why, on my phone, there were 3 photographs of Katie that appeared to be taken in the last few hours. In 2 of them, she seemed to be half the way up a very large tree. I couldn't make out what species it was, not an oak for sure, which, to be honest, was the only tree other than Christmas that I could identify. It was a truly massive tree. In the third picture, she was holding a sign up to the camera, which read, "Simon, call me when you get home." I stared at the picture and wondered if Jay had somehow got hold of my phone and was playing some kind of cruel prank on me. But I didn't think so. I was wondering what to do when my phone started buzzing. Katie's face popped up. She was phoning me. Hello? I said. "Simon." Kate sounded much more cheerful and friendly than the last time we'd spoken. "You're back! Thank God!" I didn't answer at first. I didn't know what to say. "Simon?" "Yeah," I said eventually. "I'm here. Look, Katie, I don't know what's going on. Could you help me fill in some gaps?" Pause. "You really don't remember?" "No." Pause. "OK, Simon, don't move. I'm coming over. Don't go anywhere." "Where would I go, Katie?" "Oh, and Simon?" "Yeah?" "Two things. One, don't go on the swing." "The swing? Oh God, you really don't remember, do you? The swing in the back garden. Don't go on it." I wonder why the hell I would go outside into the back garden, which, as I remember, has grass that needs cutting, so I don't even look out the bloody window, let alone go outside. "OK," I said. "What's the other thing?" "Whatever you do," her voice sounding serious, "don't call Jay." "Why?" I said, wondering if I should own up to the fact that I already had. "Just don't do it, Simon. I'll be there. I'll see you in 5.